Hi, I'm Hannah,
And I'm at Hanna,
and this is Horror Hour with the Hannas.
where we binge what goes bump in the night.
And today we are talking about a new release. We are talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, FNAF.
Yes, FNAF. What did we call it? Return of Fredrick. That's what
Return of Fredrick
that's what our
was what
boy Brian called it. Return of Fredrick.
Kept calling it.
Too Fred, Too Furious. We're back.
FNAF 2 Electric Boogaloo.
We got to see it a day early, which was cool. It's out for the public now, though. And we just watched the original one this week because we had not seen it before.
I think it's very funny that we're covering this because literally in our trailer react episode, we were like, I don't know shit. I haven't seen any of them. We're not going to cover it. Or maybe we'll do like a brief review, blah, blah, blah. And here we are with a full episode because we've caught up.
We're caught up.
And,
yep.
you know, when you get access to an early screening and
it's free.
We posted on our socials and asked what you guys wanted us to cover, and this won overwhelmingly. So here we are. You better be listening since you voted for it. This film was directed by the same director as the first one, Emma Tammy, and it's written exclusively by Scott Cawthon, who is the creator. Cawthon.
Yep.
Whatever. Okay.
Sorry.
I guess I'm not that caught up on FNAF lore then.
Yeah, he's the one that wrote all the games. He made all the games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
That's
about to
thing.
say that.
Yep.
And it's starring Josh Hutcherson, Elizabeth Lyle, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Wayne Knight, and McKenna Grace. Except many of those people don't really do much in this movie. And back of the box summary, it's set a year after the first film and follows Abby Schmidt as she reconnects with her animatronic friends, leading to events that reveal the origins of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Yeah, I mean, it follows a lot of the plots of the second game, sort of. Or it's hard to say. Those games obviously have a lot of plot outside of what's actually happening in the games, but it's supposed to be set similarly to the second game. Just with you still have Mike Schmidt from the first game there instead of a different character. So.
Yeah. So a few pieces of background. Matthew Lillard had come out before the movie had come out and been saying that the production crew had very much listened to fan feedback and incorporated it into the sequel. So he hinted that there'd be more action, more jump scares, as well as an amped up story, because there was a lot of complaints that the first one was boring and that it wasn't scary, yada yada. So we kind of knew going into this that they had allegedly taken that to heart when making this movie. And spoiler alert, I think you can see that.
Definitely. It's funny, like, they definitely made it more like the games, and they definitely got more, like, fun and silly with it, and had a more interesting narrative. The thing is, like, the narrative's still dumb as shit, but it's, like, more fun.
Though, will like this one so
definitely.
much more.
I mean, I like this one better, and I don't really care about the games that much.
I also liked this one better. Spoiler.
This movie's insane, though.
It is
like,
insane.
It's not that it's good, but it's not bad either. It's just
a lot of
like...
fun. I think you just kind of have to go in knowing what it is and just like meet it at its level.
Yeah.
Because if you're not choosing to do that, you're going to think it's ridiculous.
I would say, and like the way I've thought about it, I don't think Scott Cawthon is a particularly good writer. I think we know like he's written novels that are considered like mediocre to not that good, but he's made a extremely popular game that has stood the test of time with a lot of very interesting lore and stories. I just don't think he's a good narrative writer, really. And that's kind of what you get when he writes this. But he knows what the people like, so he's able to get you to the things you like, even if the narrative is convoluted and requires the characters to be maybe the dumbest people alive.
Yes.
But like, you know, that's kind of what you're here for. So knowing that, I had a good enough time.
Exactly. Like the first film, Jim Henson's Creature Shop provided the animatronics for this movie.
That is pretty damn cool.
And they look great. And another fun fact, this movie had a $51 million budget, which made it the most expensive Blumhouse production to date.
That's also very interesting since like all their stuff is so cheap and that's their whole thing.
Yes. The first one had a budget of $20 million and this one 51.
They knew it was going to make money. So
well, that it has, because it opened to Nope. It opened to 63 million domestically and 109 million worldwide. And domestically, that's the single. Nope. I can't talk today.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
Sound it out.
Domestically. That is the second biggest horror opening of the year from Blumhouse. So it's, still behind Conjuring the Last Rites. But it is the biggest opening ever for the 49th weekend of the year.
Okay.
So it is breaking records.
There we go.
Yup. That's all I had for background, because it's a new film, and a lot of times there's not as much background out about it. But we did ask our followers, what is your favorite movie or show based off a video game? And surprise, surprise, we got very few answers because
there's not very many good ones.
There's not good ones. So Pickle Sandwich 981, who again, Pickle Sandwich, I literally love your username so much, said Silent Hill. And Movie Postmortem Podcast said Sonic the Hedgehog 3, simply for the fact that discussion of this film with my nephew is a large part of what inspired me to start our podcast, which I thought was cute.
That's very cute.
So good for you guys.
Any other answers?
Literally no.
No, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Wow, okay.
Well, I commented none, LOL, and that got a few likes.
Yeah.
So, no. No one likes video. And I was surprised no one was like,
the Mario movie?
Of course not the Mario movie.
People love the Mario movie.
I feel like we do need to comment on how good Safdie sounds in the trailer.
Who's Safdie playing?
He's Bowser Jr.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's funny. He
sounds so good.
I like him. So I like him as an actor a lot.
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's kind of funny. He's going more the acting route and Josh is going more the directing route.
Well, then he also directed a movie this year. So
what did he direct this year?
He literally directed the movie with The Rock, bro.
Oh, I didn't realize that was him. Okay, well, it kind of just seems like
directed movies this
separately,
year.
though.
Separately. And so, The Smashing Machine. So
I didn't realize that was him.
People were leading up to this year like, okay, we're going to learn which Safdie actually has the sauce.
Well, no, they both do. Josh is the better director, but Benny's a very, very good actor, I think, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And he's a very interesting writer.
I agree. I mean, hell, he's get to do that Nathan For You show. Not Nathan For You show, but what was it called?
Nathan Fielder show.
With Emma Stone. What was that called? I'm so mad that I can't remember it. The Curse.
The Curse.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes. That show's bananas.
Yeah.
A different brand of horror.
All right, well.
Let's talk FNAF.
Let's talk FNAF.
Did you have any expectations going in, at all?
I thought it was going to be better than the first one.
Okay.
That's basically what I did say that beforehand to you. I was like, I have a feeling this one's going to be better because they made their money with the first. They did a proof of concept. So now they can actually get kind of silly with it and be like, trust us. Where the first one's definitely going to have probably more producer notes and input. So to kind of force you to have a more narrative structure. And
you did say that, I think, too, in our trailer react. I'm pretty sure you said that. So do you... And you mentioned already in the episode, you do believe that is the case?
I do, yeah. This one's definitely significantly better. It's not that it's that good, but it is better.
Which is
I think I rated them the same on Letterboxd, but I liked this one better. So
it's interesting because this one has far worse critical reviews.
Yeah, it's because it's a narrative mess, and it's still not a very good movie. But it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy my time with it.
Currently on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 12% critic score.
Seems low. That's very funny, though, especially because people are going to be so mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. Also, every time you Google this movie, you get scary Fred eyes that show up on your screen.
I know.
That's crazy.
And I think it's funny. It has an 88% on the popcorn meter,
That's funny. I mean, it's also not particularly well acted. So,
if you add the two scores up, the critics and the audience scores, it does add up to 100%. Congratulations, FNAF 2.
It's just so dumb because, I will see a third one.
Yeah.
And I will gladly go. I mean, I don't know if I pay for it, but if we get invited to a third one, 100%, I'll go. And I actually did feel that this one felt a lot more like a part one to a longer movie, which is kind of an issue because this didn't feel like a full-fledged movie with narrative choices that made sense for a beginning, middle, and end. It kind of just felt like a beginning and middle. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I do think this movie is narratively incredibly, incredibly messy. I feel like the story just goes through a million different like plot points that I don't think necessarily connect super well. And
It's because it connects people to the game. So if you played the games, you'd be like, oh, that makes narrative sense. But like, you're not. It's like they're making a companion piece to the game.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Which like
and a remake.
Like if you're not a fan of the games or like haven't played them or don't keep up with the lore in some way, shape, or form, you're literally gonna be sitting here like, how did we get here? Yeah. But then everyone else in the crowd, because we saw it early as press, but they also had done like a free ticket giveaway, I think.
There were a lot of true fans there.
And the fans were like hooting and hollering and cheering and everything,
dressed up,
laughing so hard. Like they were loving it. And we were like,
they had their Foxy plushies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And like the theater was selling
the Fazbear pizza boxes.
The Fazbear pizza boxes were so cute.
I didn't realize the adult following this game had. It's very funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot about the games because I watched a lot of YouTube videos about them, but I never played them. Watched a lot of lore videos.
I decided I'm going to become a gamer girl, but exclusively
for Five Nights at Freddy's. You could. Here's what I will say though about this movie. A negative for it is I would enjoy watching a lore video that was the same length more than probably watching this movie. Not to say this wasn't entertaining.
I was pretty fucking entertained. So what I think is
I just can't believe you were entertained by something like this, but back in the day you didn't like that Sam Raimi movie, not Evil Dead.
Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, Drag Me to Hell is.
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, that's true.
I gave it a higher rating than this. I just like it's not my.
You're rating this as it's like it's a 4 out of 10, so it's a 10 out of 10, 4 out of 10 movie.
It is. Yeah. Like I had so much fun. I swear, if I had went in like taken 2 shots before this movie, it would have been like my favorite movie theater going experience of the year.
Hammered for the next one.
I think so. Like
I think we should be drinking in the theater and maybe get kicked out for the next one.
I don't say get kicked out, but if it's at the same theater, they have a bar, so like we can be legally drinking.
No, we'll just bring a flask.
No. That's not. We'd have to do it in the parking lot.
Less fluids, you know. Yeah. That's my recommendation for this movie, though.
If you're going to see it in theaters, you should only be doing that if you're a big fan of the games or the lore, or because you're going to drink and you just want to have like a fun, silly little time with some like shots or like
These movies would make a great drinking game, though. Oh, I'm sure we could come up with like a bingo drinking game for the Five Nights at Freddy's movies.
There's got to be... This one especially.
Heavy-handed reference to game mention, take a shot, you would die.
I would die. I would literally
You also wouldn't know what they were.
No, but like I could tell.
People in the crowd were like, oh my god, was that the bite of 87? I was like, I know what that is. Yeah, it was very silly.
The biggest issue with this movie, though, and like the narrative, is that they make one of the characters specifically the dumbest person alive just to like get from point A to point B. And it's really frustrating. So the child, Abby, is 11, but there were scenes in which you'd think she was 6. Like, they show her coloring, and it's stuff that I was, like, drawing at 5. They have her, like, pick up these toys that are something that, like, an 11-year-old wouldn't dare touch. Like, I'd be embarrassed to play with that at 11. And it just, like, she just says and does things where I'm like, a normal 11-year-old does not behave this way unless they have some, like, developmental challenges.
She very well might. She's very TISM-coded, I will say. We said that throughout.
Yeah. There are behaviors she engages in that are very similar to my brother growing up, who is on the spectrum. And... I doubt that that's, like, purposeful at all. I don't think it's, like, wow.
You never know.
Visibility. Like, wow. What's the word called?
Visibility?
No.
Inclusivity?
Inclusivity.
There you go. I got you.
But that's not it. They just wrote this 11-year-old really badly. There's also... She's in, like, coloring pictures, but then she's also in a robotics class.
Yeah. With Wayne Knight as her teacher.
Like... Babe is using crayons and drawing stick figures and then making a robot. It just like, y'all, what the fuck were you doing? Scott, my man. Why?
Who knows?
And it's not like Abby's in the game, so like...
No, she's not.
Why are we doing this? But yeah, so I would say like choices like that are what really killed me in this movie. Like there were just some scenes where I was just like shaking my head or like head in hands, like why? I think it also doesn't help that we also have the character of Vanessa, who the cop girly, she like will do something and then be like, I'm upset you don't trust me, but I did withhold information or lie to you a bunch of times.
All Vanessa has done through the entire first 2 movies is be a cop and lie, which usually go hand in hand anyway, so...
And, like, gaslight and, like, yeah. And it is just nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, really frustrating because it's like, I don't really know how I'm supposed to root for her when she is, like, an infuriating little liar.
And she's just, like... It's very silly, especially like when you look at the first one, all the things she knew and did nothing about, and then you just like shows up and you're like, I don't think I'm supposed to like you.
But like, the movie wants me to like her and wants her to have like her hero moments. I just don't get how like we're giving her hero moments, and then 2 seconds later we're like, don't come near me and my family again because you're a liar.
Yes,
Scott, make up your mind.
Hey, that's a spoiler.
Scott, make up your mind. What do you want? That happens in the first one too, bro.
Oh, true.
It happens all over these movies. We're back and forth with her.
Yeah.
We love her. We want to date her. We hate her. She's a liar.
Yeah.
We're back to like being interested in her. We'll save her. We want to date her. Nope. She's a liar again.
She's also an original character to these movies, unless she's supposed to be someone else, which I think at the end of this movie, she might be someone else. But as of now, she is not a character that existed in the games.
I thought it's a character that shows up way down the road.
I don't think so. I think she's like a placeholder for a different character from the games, possibly. We'll find out, though.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess we will, since they definitely greenlighting a third one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, someone in our TikTok comment says, I think she's a mixture of a later security guard and the daughter. And that's what I was referring to, the daughter part.
Like Baby, I think, which is another animatronic that shows up later for Sister Location. Get it? Sister Location. Because Michael laughed in Sister.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so.
What did you think of the performances in
They're
this
not good.
movie?
No one's good, except for Wayne Knight. And Matthew Lillard, he's not in it much again. And I thought Skeet, what's his name, was fine. I'm hoping, I just wanted him and Lillard on screen together in the next one.
Well, because they're like, I don't want to spoil their connection in the movie, but I could see them being on screen together in the next one.
I really do hope so.
And I'd be really pumped.
Well, and I just need to say something I like about these movies, but I think is really funny is these movies are referencing a bunch of other movies and getting actors from those movies to be in this and to reference. And I'm like, why the hell are all these people coming to do Five Nights at Freddy's? And why are they the ones that get to do a bunch of Scream references? Like the first one has Lillard, so it's already Scream reference. He then, as Springtrap, cleans the knife like Ghostface does. I was like, oh, Scream reference, LMAO. Then in this one, they get Wayne Knight, and he literally does his performance from Jurassic Park where he gets eaten by the spitting dinosaur. Mm-hmm. Same lines almost, like same talking and screaming. And I was like, the glasses. I was like, this is literally just the scene from Jurassic Park. Like, what? Why is the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise the one that gets to do a Jurassic Park reference with Wayne Knight, and he actually shows up to be in it? Like, it's very silly.
And they actually get Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich
from
the same
Scream
movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is more than the Scream franchise has managed, even with Matthew Lillard for years being like, I know I'm alive. That TV did not kill me.
Yeah.
And it's very, like, no, you're dead.
But no, instead the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise gets them. Like, it's very odd. I'm wondering if they all have like kids that are into the games, and so like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to be in that. But
I don't know what their personal lives look like.
Yeah, who knows?
You
haven't been keeping up. You haven't been reading People magazine to keep up with what they've been working on.
I know Matthew Lillard is married and has kids, but I don't know about Skeet.
Well, he hasn't done much. I liked him in
also,
this. I'm hoping we get a resurgence.
Great, like, Skeet is
Great
such
name.
a great stage name. I mean, because that's
Skeet
not his fucking
Ehrlich.
name.
Yeah.
He has kids too, so yeah, I
Yes,
wouldn't be
it's very
surprised
possible.
if they're just like buddies and their kids were like, "You should
Yeah.
do this," and they were chatting and they're like, "I'll do it. Are you
Yeah.
doing it? You're back in this one? I'll come on board."
All right. Well, we've done a lot of spoiler-free talk. Do you want to do spoilers now?
Oh, I just wanted to say really quickly, which I do think we did touch on a little, that this movie does have a lot, probably more, from what I gather, references to the game, like very direct call outs. But it's
Yeah.
not only like this character from the game or this location, but it's also like this specific piece of gameplay we're going
Mechanics,
to mimic.
we call that. Game
Okay.
mechanics. There you go. Continue. I was just helping you
This
out.
specific game mechanic is like showing up in the movie, and I think that's very, very fun. And like, it disappointed me that like there's not more of that in like Until Dawn, for example, which is like a piece of shit movie.
Oh yeah,
but...
yeah, I agree. Well, Until Dawn, for it to have the game mechanics, we as the audience would have to vote and do a choose your own adventure.
And it should have been a streaming, not that I'm like pro streaming release, but it should have been a streaming release where it like was like Bandersnatch, where you could choose.
Yeah, but at that
going.
point, just play the game.
Yeah, I know, but
So,
still,
like,
it would have been
that's
cool.
my point. Yeah.
And they're doing a choose your own adventure type horror movie coming out in 2026. And
just
like
make it a
in
video
theaters,
game.
like you
Whatever.
will need to be on your phone
you
to
vote?
vote.
Okay, I have a lot of feelings on this, and I don't know if I need to get in it right now.
Probably not.
Encouraging people to be on their phone during a movie is dumb
It's
as hell.
really dumb.
But I guess I like the idea a little bit, but I also think like you make a narrative that makes sense. Like the audience shouldn't get to choose. That's just gonna make even more entitled audiences when it comes to fucking IP and people's movies. But whatever. But also at the same time, I'm kind of interested. So what are you gonna do?
All right. Well, let's go into spoilers.
All right. So we're entering the spoiler zone right here. All right. Let's do 15-second summaries.
Okay. I'm
go first?
pulling up the timer. I can go first.
Okay. Hit us with it.
A group of the dumbest people alive end up back in another really dumb situation that they totally could have avoided.
That's basically what I would have said.
Yeah.
All right, mine.
It's bad.
Here, pull up your thingy. Here, I'll hold
Yeah.
it. Oh no, there's the crying child is this other girl, and she takes over the dummy, the marionette, and then all the other toys come back, but she's the only ghost. But then the ghost children from the first one come back, and they mess her ass up. And this is really a part 1 to a part 2 movie, or 2-part movie.
Well, because it ends with just like, ugh. Well,
Yeah.
Matt, you're gonna give us our full plot description, so you're
I'm
gonna
cutting
tell
it
us.
in. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what actually happens in the movie. All right, I'm going for it. Are you ready?
What do you mean? I mean, you're doing the.
No,
full...
I'm just gonna go from the dome.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I feel like you should no. I
no, don't do
trust
it. Fine.
you.
All right, I won't.
Yeah, I
All right,
think.
so we'll cut
I
we'll
think
cut
you
it in
should
here.
just read the actual thing because I don't trust you
Well, we'll
to
read it. We'll read it when I cut
have
it in.
any sort of coherent anything about this movie, and that's not your fault. It's the movie's fault, but still.
Yeah, Wikipedia doesn't even make sense yet. Okay, so let's get into spoilers then.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin with spoilers because
Okay, so first, the thing that like genuinely shocked me, and maybe I'm just dumb for being like shocked by this, but McKenna Grace was all over the advertising for this movie, and she's in a scene.
Who's that?
The blonde paranormal,
the paranormal investigator, okay.
that immediately gets taken over by the
marionette. Crying child.
Also, I know
Charlotte.
the marionette is in the games, and like I think it is genuinely scary, but it feels so odd to like have the first movie and then all of a sudden be like, we're not actually focusing that much on the animatronics for this one. The actual priority is the marionette.
That's
but is that the second
that's
game?
the second game. Yeah.
Scott, that's a choice, bro.
The second game. So they basically the set that they built for the second game for the second movie almost entirely matches the second game. That's the whole joke about The Office, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
The marionette is introduced in the second game, and there's like new things you need to do to stop it with like the music box, which also is in this game. And then there's a bunch of lore about the marionettes, basically who put the souls or allowed the souls to come back into the bodies of the robots in the first one, the animatronics in the first one.
I guess the way it's done I guess it's just the like screenplay writing. It's just so messy revolving the marionette, and like how anyone gets there to be taken over by the marionette. It's just like they show up to do a paranormal investigation and then like they're gone, and like that storyline goes absolutely nowhere.
Well, so
it's silly.
Here's like why these movies just don't actually work. And it's because in the game, you're there every night, you don't move, and you just have to go to work because you're a psycho that just needs to get a paycheck and you're there, and because it's a game. In this, for there to be stakes, there needs to be more than just one person, and they need to be willing to leave or else they look like the biggest doofuses of all time. So like you have to add this extra motive to the animatronics. Like in the game, it's easy enough to just say the animatronics want to kill the security guard.
Yeah.
You don't really know why. Obviously they then add the lore, but that doesn't work in a movie.
No.
So you now need to add motivation that Charlotte wants to get out and kill parents because parents did a bad job of protecting her, and she died because of it. So now she wants to kill all of them, which is, to be honest, a much less interesting narrative than what I think the games do, which is like this marionette. You don't exactly know why it's coming after you, but then you kind of find out that it's this like angry soul that's stuck in there of another murdered child that actually is related to the other children from the first game. Not related blood-wise, but like helps them, and is maybe the mastermind of all the, you know, souls. But kind of the point is they're not entirely supposed to be bad. William Afton's the bad guy. But now it's confusing because it's like Charlotte is a fucking murderer and is like going to be a bad guy in the second one. And it's like this child that we probably should feel sympathy for is now the antagonist. And it's just like kind of weak, but I think it's because they're trying to do the actual second game before getting to the third, which will have Afton as the main protagonist, or excuse me, antagonist, because he was in the third game. You following? That's my like whole rant, though. I just think that I understand what they're trying to get to, but I think basically every turn they're just running into a fucking wall. They're like sprinting full speed into it's like they're in a mirror maze. That's what Scott's doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's like, that's just the main thing, is I just don't think these work very well as movies. But if they're just dumb as shit, like I'm fine. Like I'm fine to go in and do this. Like it was entertaining enough. So yeah. Do you follow what I mean though about like these just don't? What makes them a good game like can't really make a good movie, unfortunately.
Like certain things just simply can't exist in a different medium in the same way that it was written because the experience is just completely different.
Yes, definitely. I would also say like it's a very hard thing when the bad guys of the games are also kind of supposed to be sympathetic, but they're just trying to kill you. Like, but you don't really want to follow the bad guy. Like a lot of people theorized in the first game that Mike was like the killer. And that's why all the animatronics were trying to get him. That was when just the first game had come out.
Like the security guard?
Yes.
Okay.
That was like a big theory at the time, that he was the one that killed the children, and that's why they're all coming for him. But now that's different at this point. I honestly don't know. But Mike is the security guard of the first game.
Oh,
but then he doesn't show up again until later. He's not in the second game.
Oh.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware.
Wow, a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, sorry. But they did set up the third one, which takes place at Fazbear's Fright, or Freddy's Fright or something, which is a haunted house that's about to open based on the events of the first ones. Oh my God. But what happens and what happened in the end here is those kids that are setting up a haunted house found William Afton's body inside Springtrap, and they got it. And what happens is William Afton comes back to life as Springtrap and attacks the security guard who's guarding the haunted house. So, again, how do we get there, though, with Mike still being and Abby still being our main character? Yeah. I'm getting into real nuance here, but I'm just trying to think about
how they incorporate the same characters to move into the next one.
And if there would be a way to actually make these coherent and interesting films that are similar to the games. Because I don't know if there is. I think they're doing what they can with, a bag of turds.
With a bag of turds.
I mean, it's just how it is. And this is like me saying nice things about it, to be honest.
Oh, no.
No, like, do you know what I mean? I'm saying they're doing what they can with something that's not meant for this medium. Yeah. That's all true. I mean.
And I honestly, like, I hate to say it, Josh Hutcherson, but like, I would be totally fine if we just let him and Abby, like Mike and Abby, go and just
I also
move
would
our focus,
be okay
but I don't know how they do that.
They've made them the main characters of it, but like Abby's ghost friends are gone. They went to heaven, we learned, or whatever it is. So like Abby's not really linked to the story anymore. Mike's linked because he likes Vanessa, but he's like, stay away from us. Like,
Yeah,
I do think these would be more interesting if maybe they dropped off and then bring them back. They're gonna make 20 of these. This is the new.
If they keep making money, they will make more.
This is the new Fast and Furious franchise. Like, it's dumber, but like,
I'm on
whatever.
board.
I mean, it's like Fast and Furious for children.
Yeah.
And adults that are obsessed with the games, apparently. I do feel bad. This is actually not me talking shit. This is me like giving them credit as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, and the thing is the lore is interesting. Like, it might be silly, but like, I'm on board. I like silly shit though. Like,
yeah,
I fucking love Twilight, and it's nonsense. I like nonsense, so like, I find the lore of these. I think it sounds really fun, and I'm on board with it.
That's the most interesting part. I don't even know if people consider the gameplay that good anymore. It just got huge because streamers were playing it and getting scared. But I mean, it invented a whole genre of mascot horror. What I don't want, though, please, other studios, don't get ideas and try to make mascot horror movies because of this game. I don't need Poppy Playtime horror movie. Like, only mascot horror can be a FNAF in movies. Cool? You behind me on this? Sure. That's my biggest fear, is if we have a new wave of just this as our horror movies.
Yeah. No, I think it only works because it is FNAF, and FNAF people are going to be pumped as hell and have a lot of fun with it.
No Backrooms movies. You don't even know what the Backrooms are.
Man, we're getting a Backrooms
we are?
next year.
Oh my God, see, this is the issue. It's all starting. When I said that, I was like, wait, are we actually getting one of those?
You need to pay attention, because that's come up on this podcast multiple times.
After I said it, I was like, I think there is one. Why? Just FNAF movies only.
Backrooms is like a different thing.
Yeah, but it's all from the same era.
Okay, but it's a different
Yeah,
thing.
fine. We already have a Backrooms show. Isn't like Severance kind of a Backrooms show? People have talked about it that way, I thought. No, whatever. All right. So what did you think? I just went on my tangent.
Yeah, it was a long tangent.
There's not much to say about this movie.
I mean, it's silly as shit, but I had a lot of fun. Like, I do think there are jokes that are funny. I think there are certain plot points that are actively funny, and they're meant to be funny. They're not meant to, like, I think this is ultimately just one of those movies where, like, it's objectively, like, not a great movie, but like I said, if you just meet it where it's at, you'll have fun, and, like, that's what I think matters. Like, that's the goal of these, right? It's 1, to have fun, and 2, to make, probably 1, to make people who like the games happy, and 2, to have fun.
This movie's here to make money.
3, to make money. But, like, that's it. Like, we're not supposed to get anything thematically out of this, no. I don't think. I think this one tries to do a little bit of, like, overcoming trauma storyline that doesn't really go anywhere or work at all. But yeah, like, if you just go in knowing what it is, it just, like, is.
I was going to say this one was definitely scarier than the first, and actually had some pretty good scares and good scary scenes.
Easily an improvement in terms of horror from the first, which I didn't find scary.
Yeah, I'll give them big credit for that, especially what I think is my favorite part of the movie, which was when the paranormal investigators show up with Mike Lafton. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed all that. Also, the guy that played Mike Lafton was awesome. I was like, get this guy in every movie. He's so over the top, cartoonishly scary, and like, he's great. But I think that having actual like scary moments with the toy animatronics was quite fun. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I thought those scenes were like very genuinely scary. There was one point where I got so scared I like had I think I was like resting my like chin on my hand, and I scratched the shit out of myself because I like jumped, and I have long nails, so I just, abused my face. Like, I was genuinely so surprised after when I looked at myself and didn't have like legitimate scratch marks.
You were damaged by the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie.
Like, how funny would that be if I had a scratch on my face and people are like, how'd you get that? And I'm like, I scratched myself because I was scared at FNAF 2.
So there's a couple I'm thinking about the future. One, they need to be cranking these movies out yearly. That's my first thought. Like, I want a yearly FNAF movie.
Well, it took 2 years, but I think that's fast enough.
If we can get these yearly, they're like, I think that'd be so funny. Is if it's like, oh, it's FNAF February, like
no, it's FNAF December.
FNAF December. Like, I'd be behind it if that's how we're doing it. And then 2, second point, this movie very much is like a bridge movie. It seems like they have good ideas they want to get to, but they're like, well, we have to like bridge ourselves there.
We need
and
to
that's
figure
like
out a
what
way
this
to
is like.
connect what we've already done to where we want to go.
Like what we want is Matthew Lillard as the main antagonist on the screen more as Springtrap, and it's like, well, that's what's in the third game, so
we have to get there.
Let's get there. And obviously I think we're gonna have some kind of matchup of Henry and William, with Henry being Skeet, unless he died. We don't really know. It was during the credits.
We don't
know.
Well, the
and
thing too
that
is
like what we're all looking forward to. So.
I know people, obviously, like fans of the games, would have wanted the second game. I know that, and I do think ultimately like these movies are for people who played the games and like the lore. They're not for me. They're for the people who loved the games. But I do kind of feel like if they were really trying to work with the talent that they had and what worked the best from the first game or first movie, they would have skipped whatever the fuck this was and gone straight to
more William stuff. Yeah, more Springtrap. Yep.
Back. Because Matthew Lillard is easily the best part of the first movie and
probably the best part of this one.
Best part of the second movie.
And he's really only in flashbacks in this one.
And he is so sinister. I've never been scared of Matthew Lillard. Like, even in the first one, I was like, no, he's cool as shit. But, like, I'm not, like, scared. Like, you're just kind of, like, gross because you're a child, you know, abductor and murderer. But in this one, like, he's actually scary.
I'm trying to think about like what I want from these, because again, make like 10 of them. I want my police procedural FNAF movie. Like I want 7, but FNAF
and
I
also
want...
part of me is like, you did bring in a cop, so I thought that might have been part of where they were going with the first one.
But they made her related.
I was like, maybe she knows part of it, but like she doesn't have the full picture, so she's been kind of lurking around to try and get the full picture to solve the missing kids cases. But no, she's just actually the child of
William
Afton.
Yeah.
And then abusing like her cop privileges to like constantly break in here or like use her gun inappropriately or like almost shoot people when she's having like a PTSD flashback.
How about you know, I realized I compared these to Fast and Furious. These are the Saw movies.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're more like the late stage.
Give
me my soap opera. Give me my PG-13 mascot Saw movies. I'm so in. But again, give me new characters. I think that's what you got to do. New security guards that refuse to not go to their or refuse to just quit their jobs. times are tough.
People just need a fucking job. Yeah, times are tough. The other thing I did want to say that I liked that this movie did considerably more than the first is like, we never see him actually touch or abduct children in the first movie, and so I don't know if it does a great job building the stakes of like how bad of a person he is in the first. Meanwhile, this movie, like right in the beginning, shows him abducting a child and then stabbing another child, and I do think it's really important to like show the actual stakes of how bad this person is. Like, he murders children. He steals children.
He's murdered upwards of 7 that we know of.
Like, he is a really bad person and seemingly runs this business to collect and murder children.
It's also just like another thing why I want more Lillard. And maybe this is like too dark for these kids movies, but like the scariest part about this is child abduction and murder.
Yeah,
like I would enjoy more cold openings or more longer scenes that involve Matthew Lillard abducting and murdering children. Like, or, you know, dressed up as a animatronic. Like, that is objectively really scary and unsettling.
That, again, is why, like, I like that this movie actually makes you reckon with that a little bit.
You were talking about there's not a lot of themes in these movies. If they were strong, they could make this a pretty dark premise about, like, you know, child abuse and child murder. But it's, like, kind of like, well, we got to get to our fun mascot stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, that... I do think there's a way to better cross over these that I think the game actually does a better job of. So Scott can do it. Like, these are goofy mascot games, but then it's very much hidden within the lore that it's like, there's really sinister shit going on. And I like, that wasn't what people thought initially, that like that children were just like murdered. They were missing children is what had happened. Like, and then you start to kind of figure out, oh, the suits like are bleeding from the eyes and they smell really bad. Like, yeah. And I think that I just think you were losing some of the scare factor with these compared to the games. So,
well, and someone from our TikTok live, shout out Alex, said like it should be like kid print from the VHS Halloween.
VHS Halloween. Yeah, that's a great point.
Which like is dark and fucked up, but I do like Blumhouse has done that before. They literally have The Black Phone, which is about a child murderer.
Yeah,
like they're not opposed to child murder.
But again, they're making these for fans of the games.
So it's
but I think you can.
I think you could do both.
I think you can do both. I think you could like take this silly premise and still make like a narratively interesting movie that doesn't require really dumb characters. But it's funny. I feel so conflicted because I was like, I still had fun. I'm just thinking like there are ways we could do this better, and I like wish I lived in that timeline a little bit. But
how do you feel about the Mike and Vanessa will they won't they thing?
It's dumb as shit.
Okay, just checking.
I'm over it. She sucks. Yeah, she's been lying the whole time. She's a very unlikable character.
And how do you feel about Mike and his relationship with Abby, or like the Abby of it all?
But like they had their arc in the first one. What can we do next?
Well, and I understand like this movie trying to reckon with like how the events of the first one impacted these people, but it doesn't do a good enough job of doing that because it just kind of abandons that to like get into the silly shit, which yes is really fun, but then you're not actually saying anything about how they were impacted from the first one besides that Abby has no friends and talks about these like animatronics like they're
they messed up Abby's character growth from the first to the second because like she should be able to like she helped these kids, they were able to pass on to whatever the next life is, and she should be able to like now move on and have a normal life because she doesn't have ghosts constantly in her ears.
And that's why I feel like in the next movie she really shouldn't be there, and I know she will be, but she shouldn't be. She knows that these children have gone to
her friends
heaven.
Like
her
they made her it's like there was a gas leak in their house between the first and second movie. Abby got much dumber.
Literally.
Yeah.
She's just like, my friends. I want to go
like, girl,
fix
your
my
friends.
I want to go see my
on.
friends.
Like, you know that they were ghost children. You know, how are you falling for the toy ones being your old friends when they were ghost children that could talk to you outside of their costumes? Like, that was what kind of drove me nuts. Yeah. Either way, it's just like I think like they had their arc. They both changed for the better. Like, what are you bringing them back for?
Yeah.
You know, there's not much you can do with them other than regress them and try to do it again. So
I'm trying to think.
We should rewrite this movie. I
think that would be a fun.
You need to watch all the lore videos.
Fun bonus app.
And then we can write our own Five Nights at Freddy's movies.
I think we can do it. Hire us, Scott. Bring us on for the third. We got it. The thing is like, again, I totally respect that you want these movies to be something that the game lovers really love. I just think you need to bring in a mix of that.
Agreed. I mean, you look at
you want these movies to be something that the game lovers really love. I just think you need to bring in a mix of that.
Agreed. I mean, you look at okay, though. Oh, we're back. Shouldn't have said anything.
Okay. Do we have like a scene we thought was particularly scary? Yeah.
That's mine.
Investigating.
The investigation scene. Yep. What about you?
Probably that. Yeah, I think scariest is that, but favorite still might be that. Otherwise, if I'm picking another favorite, I did think him in the room, like being like the guy in the chair was pretty funny.
The guy in the chair. I don't even know what that means.
You know,
what guy in what chair?
When he's in the office doing the scene that's from the game.
Yeah. Mike. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy. Yes, when he's doing
like controlling the security system and all that.
Wearing the
guy
mask.
in the chair.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Just turn my thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
But when he has the mask, like I thought that scene was like
putting the mask on,
was pretty funny. I thought that is like the one scene where Josh Hutcherson actually has like a little bit of riz.
Yeah.
In the movies, which unfortunately he's pretty rizless in these, but yeah, so I did like that part.
All right.
What's your hot take?
My hot take: put that guy that played Michael in every horror movie from now until the end of time. I know that's extreme, but I just like want more of whatever that was. He was doing a Bill Skarsgård impression.
Yeah, I guess I just like, because I don't understand what's going on there. I like don't have a strong opinion on like if his performance was like legitimately good.
I don't know either.
My hot take was that there is a single good performance in this movie.
Is that Matthew Lillard?
And it's Matthew Lillard.
What about Skeet?
I don't think Skeet was very good.
Okay, he was just
Skeet's
fine.
Just there.
All right.
Talking on the phone.
Well, I get nothing else to say about this movie. So.
All right, let's do this or that of 2025 Blumhouse.
All right, I'm in. Hit me with it.
There's only like a few of them.
Let's do it.
FNAF 2 or Wolfman?
FNAF 2.
You didn't see Wolfman.
That's why I picked it.
FNAF 2 or The Woman in the Yard?
FNAF 2. Woman in the Yard I hated.
FNAF 2 or Drop?
Didn't see Drop.
FNAF 2 or The Black Phone 2?
Equal.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
All right, yeah, your turn. All right, FNAF 2 or Wolfman?
Wolfman.
FNAF 2 or The Woman in the Yard?
FNAF 2.
FNAF 2 or Drop?
FNAF 2.
FNAF 2 or Black Phone 2?
Black Phone 2.
Okay, all right. There we go.
And my other question for you is, what is the best Blumhouse movie?
Yeah, I'm going to beat everybody because I had to look this up. Whiplash.
It is Whiplash. That was my answer.
I had to look up. I was like, Blumhouse movies. I was like, oh my god, Whiplash is Blumhouse. There it is. I don't even talk about any others.
The only like non-horror. It's so funny. Like, why did Blumhouse produce Whiplash? The answer is Whiplash or Get Out. I also think Insidious, Creep, and The Gift have business.
No, it's Whiplash.
Being on the list of best.
Whiplash or Get Out.
What? I'm saying they all belong on the list of
Fine.
bests.
Yeah.
Plural.
Whiplash is the best horror movie on that list.
Shut up. I mean, it's an abuse narrative for sure.
And the bad guy wins.
All right, let's rate this.
Rate it. Okay, 4 out of 10. Dead ass. And the first one's a 4 out of 10 too. This is just a 10 out of 10, 4 out of 10, as I said earlier.
4.5.
4.5? Okay. And
on the Dalton scale.
I don't know, like a +1.
I think if you...
It's not a 0.
It's not a 0.
It's higher than a 0 on the Dalton scale.
It's definitely like a you should watch this. Okay, if you are looking for like a fun movie to like fuck around with friends and get intoxicated, it's a +5. If you're just like looking for like a movie to watch and have fun, it's a +2 or 3. But if you're like, I'm trying to watch art.
There are better movies to get drunk to than this.
No, I think this is such a good one. It would be so fun.
All right. Well.
It's a positive. You should see it. You should see it, especially if you do the games.
We have a man on the street with Alex Burns from TikTok saying, as a guy who drank during it, it did not improve it enough.
Damn it,
so
Alex.
he's doing the testing. We're like a scientific institution here. All right. We're laying the groundwork. We're punching the numbers. We're out here doing scientific. So thank you, correspondent Alex, scientific correspondent. So
okay, but no, seriously, this would be so fun. I feel for me. I had a lot of fun. I did. Objectively, I think the movie is like a mess, but I had a lot of fun with it. So, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we're about done here. So, I've been Matt Hanna.
I'm Hannah.
This is Horror with the Hannas. Stay tuned.
And stay scared.